to his brother, Percival would take us in now." "I beg you would not," said Mildred with a shudder. "I do not want to volunteer my labours in yet another miserly relative's home, for no wages and even less consideration." "But what else can we do?" Felicity's voice rose, and she sobbed into her apron. Millicent and Mildred exchanged tired glances. A dull thump came from above their heads. "Maud must be awake," said Mildred. "The fever is broken, but she is weak yet. What shall I tell her?" "Tell her everything will be well," replied Millicent. "You cannot lie to her," cried Felicity. "Mother, please, if you cannot be composed, at least be silent. I am trying to think." Millicent stared down at the vessel which had once contained her cousin's soul. Strange, she thought, how small he seemed now. No longer the monster of her day-to-day life since they had come 3 years ago. No, not now. Instead, he was a withered thing, pitiable and fragile. Millicent stretched her long-fingered hand out beside his. How odd that she had not realized that the man had been much the same height as she, his hair the same sandy color. Surely she had been given ample opportunity for study. As she wrote with the neatest script, and possessed the best mind for numbers of her family, her near-blind cousin had dictated all his business letters to Millicent. She was the one who had spent hours in his study, bent over ledgers and documents, while he had stood only inches from her chair. He claimed to be blind, but Millicent suspected he was merely near-sighted and too much a pinchpenny to invest in proper eyeglasses. And after glancing up one morning to see the man smirking at her bosom from a distance of only a few inches, Millicent took to wearing shapeless dresses with necklines up to her ears. "Perhaps if we summoned the doctor," suggested Felicity. "That drunk? To do what?" demanded Mildred. "His visit yesterday did no good. He wanted to bleed all of us, including the healthy. 'Tis his answer for all ills. The last time I checked, bleeding was not the cure for death." Millicent's attention wandered back to her cousin's hair, and she ran her fingers over her own tightly braided bun as she thought. The idea teasing in the back of her mind was so strange, so audacious, that she could not put it to words. And yet, it could be the only thing that would save her mother and sisters from a return to the workhouse and years of degradation and poverty. "Mildred, dear," said Millicent in a soft and absent tone, "be so kind as to run down to the sewing-room and fetch the shears. On the way back, go to our room and fetch my brown gown." Their mother's head came up in an instant. "Millicent? Mildred, what are you about?" Millicent yanked down the sweat-stained and soiled sheets that covered her cousin, and began removing his nightshirt as Mildred fled the room. "Millicent, stop!" Felicity climbed to her feet. "This is unseemly." "He's dead, Mother," said Millicent. "He cannot be shocked." But what are you doing? I insist you tell me at once." Millicent fetched a bowl of cold water and a cloth from the nearby table, and began washing the body. "Millicent!" "Mother," said Millicent, as Mildred returned, breathless and burdened, "you best begin referring to me as Mr. North." "What?" cried Mildred and Felicity together. "We will send one of the gardeners down to the village, to the vicar, with the message that Millicent Boarder has just died, and Mr. North, concerned about further contagion, wants her out of the house and buried immediately. The vicar, of course, will protest that the grave cannot be dug until tomorrow, what with the freezing rain. He will call to offer condolences and bring his brother, the undertaker. By the time they arrive, we will have Mr. North dressed in my gown, wrapped up and ready for encoffining.